Hi, this is John Newton with Health Beyond Belief. People often ask me, what is ancestral clearing? It's really one of the 5 techniques that I utilize in my practice. And what we're doing is connecting to the infinite, connecting to consciousness, the source of all that is, really. If you're religious, you can call it God. And if you're not, that's fine. What we do is we utilize thought, these silent techniques sometimes, to access that deeper consciousness that is really at cause in our reality. So if something's showing up in our life that doesn't feel good, or something that's limiting us in our expression, our abundance, physical, emotional well-being, it's because there's some form of physics that's acting on us. I believe deep down in our heart we have a program that's written. It knows why we're here. It knows who we are. And anything that's showing up that's not of that is because of something that's happened in the past. Some form of action, some thought, some words maybe that were hurtful, either things we did to other people or things that were done to us. So we carry this accumulation of debris or burden. And we also, according to the epigenomic studies and philosophy and religion, and also because of the experiences I've had that have shown me this is accurate, is we carry a certain amount of this debris from our lineage, from our ancestors, our parents, grandparents, sometimes going back thousands of years. So this accumulation is like an overlay or an imprint, and it affects us day to day. It affects who we are, how we show up. And I say who we are, I mean who we are as a personality, not who we really are. So in the work that I do, it's twofold really. It's to help remove this burden, this limitation, these constraints, and it's also to show people the truth of who they really are. So rather than talk too much about it, I want to give you an experience of that, maybe 2 experiences. So notice what you feel inside. Notice if you have something that doesn't feel good, maybe a backache or stress in your shoulders or neck. Maybe it's something that doesn't feel good emotionally. Maybe there's somebody you have a hard time forgiving. Maybe there's someone at work, a boss. Just notice the 0 to 10 level of what you feel inside. 0 being neutral, there's no discomfort, and 10 being very uncomfortable. And just get a sense of that 0 to 10 right now. Notice where you feel what you feel. Good, just see where that is. Maybe it's some pressure, some tension, some heat, some constriction. It's important to stay out of labeling for now. In other words, oh, I have this pain, or my back's killing me, right? Those are very powerful statements. We want to just let go of that judgment for a moment and just see if you can feel it directly. Just notice where it lives. In this moment, it's always here and now. Good. So while you put your attention on that, I'm going to do some of this silently. We're going to use this recipe, if you will, to begin to remove some of that burden and see what you feel in your body. This will take maybe 45 seconds or so. And this will be done silently. So just notice what you're feeling. Okay, so just see how that feels. Just get the 0 to 10 of what you feel now as opposed to before. And again, this is what you're feeling, not what you think you're feeling. Because the mind is always there to judge and to, but this is more of an assessment. Just see what you feel inside. Put your attention back in there and notice what's going on. Good, we're going to do another round on that. Just sometimes it's layers, sometimes so like peeling an onion. So we peel a layer, we peel a couple layers, and then there's still some left, so we get it again, and then we might notice the layers go and go until there's nothing there, which is ideal. And this is something that I teach. This isn't something where I'm so special. This is I don't want that. I want you to know that you can do this. This is a very repeatable, again, we call it a recipe sometimes because it's something that's repeatable and it's scientifically verifiable. You can do studies and, it's amazing. So, again, see what you feel inside. And what do we mean by burden? What does that mean? So when we hurt someone, or when someone hurts us, especially if you consider your parents, there wasn't a lot of peacemaking around things that happened, right? There wasn't a lot of coming clean, or I don't know about your family, but we didn't always talk about what was going on. We didn't usually, take responsibility for the things that were going on. So when we begin to do that, we start to notice things lift. And the past doesn't have to equal the future. Just because we maybe suffered in the past or we had a constant pain, our bodies want to heal. There's intelligence in every cell of your body. And quantum physics has shown that if you look deeper and deeper into these particles, it's basically everything is packets of energy. They're waves, and waves are all possibility. So if waves are showing up as particles, it's because we're putting our attention on them on some level. And what's really powerful that we're putting out isn't necessarily the brain, the thoughts. I want to lose weight, I want to find my soulmate, or I want to, that's great, but that's such a small percentage of what you're putting out. What we're really putting out, the real powerful layer or level of what's at cause, at least the portion that we maybe have access to, is what we're putting out on the inside. Our core beliefs, the deeper resentments, the things inside that we hold on to that don't feel good. We need to start addressing this. And there's many ways. This is just one slice of the pie. Medical care, psychology, therapist, all that. Those are wonderful tools. Yoga, meditation. This is another aspect, and this is complementary. So if these things inside don't get addressed, then they tend to continue, and they tend to grow because the mind wants to feed them. The core beliefs that I'm not enough, or life isn't fair, or they don't love me. A lot of us have this program, this narrative that runs in the background, and if we don't address not necessarily the script, but the cause of the script, history tends to repeat itself. So again, I'll just have you notice what's inside, what doesn't feel good. Maybe it just feels like weight. Maybe there's something that happened in your past that you know about. Just get a sense of that. See where you feel it. If it's an ache or pain, that's pretty simple, black and white. Just see where you feel that. And as you put your attention on it, we're going to do another round and just see what you notice. And again, I encourage you to be skeptical, but the only requirement for this work is that you actually want help. That sounds a little odd. Well, why wouldn't I want help with this? Well, you might be surprised as to the different layers and intricacies of what's showing up and our stake in it. So when you acknowledge that you want help, that's a big piece. And please be skeptical, because this is very strange, right? But it's okay. So notice what you're feeling inside. We're going to do another round on that. We can give you guys another blast. Here we go. Good. See how that feels inside. Just notice your body. Not what you think you feel, but notice what you're actually feeling. I want you to actually go in and see, and just really be present, be aware of what you're feeling inside. So I encourage people to be skeptical, but really notice, do I want help? And that's a big piece, because wanting is enough. You know, we have this beautiful recipe that we share, we give out, and teach. I don't want people thinking, oh, I'm special, wow, how amazing. Well, yeah, but you're all special. We all have this ability, and I do share this. We have a Monday call series. If you want to go on the website, Health Beyond Belief, there's a box you can check there and listen to a free call. We do these every Monday, and there's a free one on there. There's no obligation. And we do a bunch of these clearings during the call. We share a lot of knowledge about this information. And it's really tools to end suffering for humanity. I'm very excited about sharing this, and getting wonderful reports from people listening even to the replay, because the source of intelligence is everywhere, every when, and that includes the future and the past. So people email us all the time saying they're having wonderful experiences just from listening to a replay of the call. That's pretty wild when you think about it. So the website is there, it's available. We do the weekly calls if you want to join us on that. It's every Monday. You get to interact. Sometimes people can raise their hand on the call, and we call on them and they can interact with me, and we can work on specific issues: financial, spiritual, physical, emotional, whatever you want. Every week we have a different topic that we focus on. So if you feel moved, if you feel it in your heart, please join us. And again, you can go on the website. That's no obligation, and love to have you with us on the Mondays. Or if you're just interested in more of this information, please go to the website healthbeyondbelief.com.